All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge this afternoon. We're in first appearance court. Today is the day the court determines whether or not, excuse me, you're new in here. We have a monitor right there. Could you turn the monitor just around so there you can see what we're doing, all right? So my name is John Hurley. I'm your judge this afternoon. We're in first appearance court. Today is the day the court determines whether or not there is probable cause for your arrest. We're not here for a trial. We're not here to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. Please do not tell us about your case. Don't explain yourself. Don't talk about your defenses. Save that for your attorney in a private meeting. Remember, you have the constitutional right to remain silent. If you give up that right, whatever you say today can and will be used against you. Everything's being recorded. Also, if you have a private attorney, let me know who that is. We'll contact your attorney and let them know that you're in court. May I see Mark Juvic? Mark Juvic.
Decline PD, Your Honor.
Mr. Juvic, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right today, whatever you say can and will be used against you. Everything today is being recorded. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Juvic, do you have a private attorney?
My wife is working on it now, sir.
Okay. Sir, you are charged with one count, DUI, causing death, and failure to give information or render aid. Count 2, DUI. That would be, it says your second offense on that. Count 3, DUI, property damage or injury to a person. And count 4, failure to stop or remain in an accident involving a death. Count 5, failure to use due care. Court's going to find probable cause to each and every count. State, do you have priors on Mr.?
Your Honor, I do not see Florida priors according to CCIS. I can check on safes one more time.
Sir, how long have you lived in South Florida?
About 30 years.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What type of work is that, sir?
Mill work.
Do you have money in the bank?
Very little.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, that's what I see as well.
Okay.
There was also in that case leaving the scene of an accident.
Okay. All right, sir. Do you have any money in the bank?
Very little, sir.
Okay. Do you own any land or property down here in South Florida?
I have a house that I'm making payments on.
Do you have equity in the home?
Yes.
How much equity would you say you have?
Maybe 75,000.
How much?
50, 75,000,
Yes,
something
sir.
like that.
Okay, you live in Coconut Creek, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, I'm looking here. I'm going to just make a quick record. Approximately 6:50 p.m. in Deerfield on Sample Road, you allegedly ran over a woman at a bus bench. That would have, I have the name here of the woman, Jamie Lynn Honecker, born in 1993. She's sitting at a bus stop bench on the sidewalk of Sample Road. There was a witness who said that he heard a crash up and saw a van you were operating come to a stop with a flat tire about 85 feet west of the concrete bus stop. He said you got out of the van, walked around the van, you assessed the damage, got back in the vehicle, and continued to drive west with a flat tire on Sample Road. And you were captured sometime after that, still behind the wheel of the vehicle, positively identified on your license as Mark Juvic. Allegedly, when the deputy advised you of in a crash, you said, no, I just hit the curb and my tire went flat. Allegedly, you admitted to drinking 5 beers earlier in the day, allegedly claiming you had fallen asleep at the wheel, and you were startled when you had hit the curb. It says you refused to submit to a blood draw. The female pedestrian, Ms. Honecker, was declared deceased, I believe, on scene. The sheriff said you didn't know where you were when asked. Asked to submit to a voluntary blood test. They said you refused. They had to get a search warrant for that. We don't have any blood results today. Allegedly, you claim you had taken NyQuil and been consuming alcohol. So I have here that also you had crashed your vehicle into a concrete bus bench occupied by the pedestrian, causing injuries which resulted in her death, and then drove away from the scene of the crash. Now, that being said, sir, I'm looking at your Florida driving record right here. I'm holding it right here. It's Mark J. Juvic. Sorry, note that in 2005, you were convicted of a DUI with property damage, personal injury, and or personal injury in Broward County. Along with that DUI conviction, you were also charged, and that case was resolved with a leaving the scene of a crash, and before the police arrived. So, I do note, sir, you have been down this road before. You have had a DUI where you've left the scene of the crash. Now, you have been charged with DUI where you actually allegedly ran over a woman at a bus bench and killed her, and then tried to flee the scene a second time now. So, sir, the court's concerned for the safety of the community. I'm concerned that this is not the first time you've done that, and the fact that you allegedly left the scene does give the court concern that you do represent some type of flight risk. Count 1, DUI, causing death. The bond will be $75,000. DUI second offense will be $1,000. Property damage will be $1,000. Failure to remain in an accident scene will be $25,000. You'll have pretrial release with a GPS monitor. I'll waive the cost, sir. You are absolutely positively not allowed to operate a motor vehicle anywhere, at any time, under any condition. You're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages while you're released if you make bond. Thank you. Now, may I see
Sir?
Mr. Javier Bernier? Yes, sir. May I help you?
Sir, could I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
But what's the total bond?
$100,000.
Okay.
Thank you.
100. I'm
Sir,
sorry, ma'am.
Javier Bernier?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're being represented by an attorney in court. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Stuart Blanch on behalf of Mr. Bernier.
Sir, fail to remain stop an accident involving injury.
Judge, Your Honor, if I may, before
ahead.
you make any type of probable cause determination, Judge, I had the opportunity to review the probable cause affidavit, Judge. Clearly, the probable cause affidavit is sworn to by law enforcement, a Seminole police officer. But, Judge, my client's on probation as of this time. This allegedly violates his probation. So I want to just make sure that the court is aware that nowhere in this probable cause affidavit, and I haven't seen the arrest citation, the leaving the scene of the accident citation, nowhere in the probable cause affidavit does it say, number one, that the officer witnessed the alleged accident, number two, more importantly, that there was any damage to the vehicle, Judge, either vehicles. That's extremely important for leaving the scene of an accident and or personal injury as well.
Well, let me just take it one step at a time. I don't think there has to be officer witnessing leaving the scene of a
Agreed.
crash.
However, in light of the
Because
fact...
nobody would ever be charged with it.
Agreed.
Okay.
But in this specific situation, Your Honor, the basis for the arrest was leaving the scene of the accident. One of the elements for leaving the scene of the accident is there has to be damage to a vehicle. Nowhere in the PC does it say there's any damage to any vehicle.
We just look here. Okay, current state of brown-colored vehicle collided with the back of his vehicle. Once he was struck, he approached Kern's vehicle, looked at Kern, returned to the brown vehicle, left the scene. What about it? Well,
There's no record of any damage to the vehicle.
no,
Your Honor.
but there has. Doesn't there, what if there's injury?
Your Honor, it specifically says here that the individual that was allegedly injured refused medical care and then
Okay.
was taken to the show-up, Judge, and nothing here says that he went to the hospital.
Well, okay. Okay, let's take that in smaller parts. I can't. Okay, my understanding of the law is somebody does not have to go to the hospital to be injured, to be considered injured in a car crash. I mean, I imagine there are people who hit their heads on the airbag and get the burns on their face and say, no, I don't need to go to the hospital.
Judge, I would agree with the court. However, there's no evidence here that an airbag was deployed. There's no evidence of injury other than a statement saying that his back was hurting, Judge, and we don't know if it was derived from the accident. It's a sworn statement, Judge. Your Honor has to move forward on the four corners of the affidavit.
I don't know if the man's a malingerer. I don't know if he had a pre-existing injury. all the court knows is there was a traffic crash, and the man claims he had injuries, I believe, to his back or his neck. Now, we're here for probable cause. I mean,
Great. Judge, and it's so important because this allegedly violates my client's probation. What I'm saying to the court at this point, Your Honor, is,
well,
Your Honor does.
I don't want to interrupt you,
Sure.
but I could maybe save you some time. We're not here on a 948 violation because Judge McHugh has already signed a probation violation warrant, which has come. We've got a copy of it right up here.
Judge, I apologize. I wasn't aware
Wait,
of
I've
that.
got it right here. Do I?
Okay.
No, did I give it back to you?
On yours.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
Right here.
No, she didn't.
Signed today, I believe.
She didn't hang up.
Judge Kathleen McHugh signed no bond on.
Judge, and that forecloses that.
Sorry, wrong person.
I'm just.
Sorry about that. Okay, take that back. So.
That's why it's so
still
important,
948.
Judge.
Let me just read something.
Yes.
Collided to the back of a Kern's vehicle. Kern said the driver of the brown colored vehicle exited the vehicle, approached Kern's vehicle. Let me just look. Okay, observed everything that happened. The witness followed the vehicle, fled the scene. The witness provided updates. Okay?
Witness, not the victim, Judge.
No, I know. I'm just scanning this.
Write these orders. Put the case number. Put the case.
Upon arrival, the reporting person told me he was experiencing back pains from the rear-end vehicle collision, but declined fire rescue.
Correct. And then, Judge, and then, if Your Honor continues to read, he actually went to where they had detained my client
Right.
and made an identification, which is all fine and good to me, Judge. And there's no proof in the four corners of the affidavit after that he was injured to the effect that they had probable cause for an arrest for that basis, Judge. There's no evidence in the four corners of the charging document that there was any damage to the vehicle.
Okay, just give me a moment here.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you program, program.
Right.
And we get this. What's he in for? Organization, riding the plane, that's just. All right, let's see the judge with a little break.
Thank you.
Martin, I think Martin.
I couldn't find it in my book. Maybe I lose it.
I'm gonna tell my kid. Hey, man, y'all is all gut, just hanging. Right?
Hit the middle button. Hit the middle button.
State,
Yes, Your Honor, I'm looking
you
through.
got 316.027.
Three 16.
Oh, I've got it right here. 2A. 16.027 and 1A, the driver or any vehicle involved in a crash occurring on the public or private property that results in an injury of any person must immediately stop the vehicle at the scene of the crash or as close thereto as possible, must remain at the scene of the crash until he or she has fulfilled the requirements of Florida statute. Any person who willfully violates this paragraph commits a felony of the 3rd degree. It's an injury.
Correct, Judge, but nowhere in this probable cause does it say that my client was put on notice that he was injured. That's the point.
No, Your Honor.
Wait, come on now. Come on.
Judge, I mean, that's
Come
the
on.
charge. Your Honor, that's the charge. Involving injury.
Put on notice. Put on notice. Like, someone, would have to, you'd have to prove in trial that the person knew the other person was injured before they left the scene of the crime?
No, Judge, if I rear-end somebody, hypothetically speaking, Your Honor, if I rear-end somebody at 5 miles an hour,
Right.
and that's why it's so important here, Judge, there's no evidence of any damage to the vehicle, Judge. Okay, so if I rear-end somebody at 5 miles, Your Honor, 5 miles per hour, Judge, walk out of the car, look at him, and he looks okay.
Right.
Okay.
Then you can get back in your car and just leave.
I didn't say that, Judge, but that's not what he's charged with. He's not charged with failure to provide information. He's charged with leaving the scene of an accident with an injury, Judge.
Right.
And that's why it's so important that there's no evidence of a crash, of damage, Judge. Hypothetically speaking, like I said to the court, if it's only a 5 mile per hour crash, there's no reasonable belief of an injury. That's what I'm saying, Judge. That's all I'm saying. And that's why it's so important that there's no evidence of damage in the PC. That's why I asked the court if there was a citation. That's why I asked the court all those questions, Judge. That's why it's so important to me. With all due respect, Judge,
Right.
I'm not saying, as I see it, Judge, the only thing he could have been cited on the 4 corners at this point is failure to wait to provide information, Judge. That's what I'm saying to the court. Now, if the state files an information in the future, Judge, he's on probation. They know where they're going to find him. I'll surrender him myself. But as the 4 corners, Judge, at this point, I don't see the probable cause. That's the sole argument, not being deferential or argumentative, Judge. I'm just talking to straight facts and evidence at this point.
Right.
Your Honor, your argument was on point. There's no way he's adding elements to the statute that aren't there. You have to stay at the scene of an accident to see if someone's been injured. The
Yeah,
client didn't do that. There's an alleged injury. It's leaving the scene of an
I
accident with
can't
injuries.
imagine that someone would say, gee whiz, yeah, I know that the car in front of me, the man, after I rear-ended him, fell out of the driver's seat and rolled around on the ground holding his chest. But, I just thought maybe he had a strain from a golf game he was in recently, so I just left the scene. I didn't have knowledge. Well, I mean, if you hang around long enough, you're going to find out whether somebody, everybody could just pop back in their own car and leave and go, hey, I didn't have knowledge. Well, I don't know. You hit somebody from behind. I think it's somewhat reasonable, foreseeable to think that they may have a whiplash or they may have that's the whole reason you hang around the accident scene is to find those things out. But when you kind of look in and you get in your car and take off, and then claim that, gee, I didn't know. Well, yeah, you didn't hang out. You wouldn't have known. So,
Judge, I would submit to the court that everything you're saying is correct. I'm just going by the 4 corners of the affidavit. No statements from my client, nothing into that, and nothing as to damage to the vehicle, Judge.
I understand. I'm going to disagree, though, today. I'm going to find there is probable cause on count 1. Your bond's $2,500, sir. Count 2, you're going to be held on a violation of probation for domestic battery by strangulation. You'll be held on without bond. Court date's January 5th at 1:30 p.m.
Thank
All
you,
right?
Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Rosner, can I help you?
Frank Morzan.
Did you write that down? Oh. Okay, so. Okay, Mr. Rosner, sir, your client Frank Morzan is here, charged with burglary of conveyance.
Correct, I see him.
Your client I found was on pretrial release. Now I have the right judge with the right client. I have a warrant here signed by Judge McHugh, December 22nd, and she ordered he be held no bond. All right?
Okay.
So he's got count 1, the burglary, and he'll be held without bond on 14-165-775 MM10. All right?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Okay, now, City of Fort Lauderdale. Okay,
Judge Don Laundrie on behalf of the city of Fort Lauderdale.
okay,
On behalf of the city of Fort Lauderdale defense, Judge.
Casey gets appointed.
okay. Now, may I see Amanda McFarland?
Amanda McFarland.
Amanda McFarland,
Up out, Your Honor.
thank you. I don't know, Ms. McFarland, you're here for 2 municipal ordinance violations, ma'am. Earlier, you told me you don't have a job, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, do you have any money in the bank, ma'am?
I have nothing here.
Okay.
No.
All right, ma'am. And she's charged with trespassing, resisting arrest. Now,
I'm also not from here. I'm from Vero. I have 3 kids in Vero. I would like to be there for
well,
Christmas.
ma'am, you're here. Come on now. I remember what you told me earlier. You said you're down here to be in a halfway house. So,
Yes.
well, for one, on
was
one hand, you're here to be in a halfway house, but on the other hand, you want me to let you out so you can go back and be with your children.
No.
So, okay.
No, for Christmas, sir. I was gonna go back for Christmas either way.
Sure.
Is what I'm saying.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just want to make sure I make it.
Do we know if I give you BCCN? Do you know?
I have a priors, Judge.
You do have priors?
I do.
What are they?
2007, she was adjudicated guilty for battery. 2014, June of this year, Your Honor, she was adjudicated guilty for possession of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia.
Got it.
Both counts.
Okay. Now, ma'am, would you like me to appoint an attorney for you today?
Is that in my best interest?
Well,
I don't
let me
know.
ask you.
Yes.
Judge,
You
we're
do?
offering jail.
Okay, I'm gonna what?
We're offering jail.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint Mr. Shate. I need an order for Shate. I'm gonna now. What are you asking for, Mr. Laundrie?
15 days, Broward County Jail, Judge.
Okay. Now, ma'am, would you like time to speak with your attorney about this? I can reset this for tomorrow.
Yes.
Excuse
No.
me?
I don't know. I'm so confused about all of this. I was hoping to be in a halfway house
Right,
today, and
I think it's
opened
better-
my eyes and I'm in jail.
I think it's better for you to get through this, not on what you were hoping, but let's deal with reality right now in court. He's asking for 15 days. Would you like time to speak with an attorney about this, ma'am? I can reset this for tomorrow, and maybe you can call your attorney. You want to do that? I'm going to reset this for tomorrow afternoon. Can you have contact with her some way?
I can try to, Judge. I didn't plan to go out to the jail this evening, and I don't know how she's going to get in contact with me.
Well,
Stupid motherfucker.
so you need to speak with your client, all
I don't
right?
know if she has, if they have the ability to give her a phone right now, Judge, so I can speak to her off the air.
Okay, do you have something you could write your attorney's telephone down with, ma'am?
No.
May I see the
Yes.
jail? Yeah, could you write down the attorney's telephone number?
I don't care.
Yeah, I got you.
His name is Steve Shate, S-C-H-A-E-T. Telephone number, go ahead.
954
954
I can get bail money.
728
3477.
3477.
And that's my
I can
office,
get
Judge.
bail
I'm
money,
gonna put
sir.
my cell phone out over
You
here.
can do what,
If
ma'am?
that's all it is. I can get money from my friend that brought me up here. I just need to be able to contact him,
Yes, ma'am.
if that's all it is money.
Okay. I'm going to set count 1 at 100, count 2 at 100. Thank you, ma'am. Reset this for tomorrow p.m. Tuesday p.m. Thank you.
I'm trying to see maybe possibly.
Okay, Anthony Martinez. Yes, Anthony Martinez.
Up out, Your Honor.
Okay.
He's coming.
Mr. Martinez, you're charged with 3 municipal ordinance violations.
Yes, sir.
Allegedly, he's at the,
Good morning, Your Honor.
Broward General Hospital. Telling the police officer he's going to kill the police officer at the Broward
No.
General.
No.
Court finds probable cause. Mr. Martinez, how long? Hold on. How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
I live in a adult assisted living facility at Fort Lauderdale retirement home.
How long have you been here in South Florida?
Since 1994, I came up from the Dominican Republic.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
No, sir. No, sir.
Do you have money in the bank?
No, sir. No, sir.
Do you own land or property here in South Florida?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my daughter coming home from Christmas and everything. She'll be here from Christmas. She's in West Palm Beach, and I live at Fort Lauderdale Retirement Home. And
Okay. I understand.
Judge,
I'm
on this
sorry,
case,
I apologize.
Please, hold on, Mr. Martinez. Go
Judge,
ahead.
on
No
Mr.
comment, sir.
Martinez, he
I know,
has an
I
open
know.
battery with the state, and I think Ms. Spino has a motion for the court.
Yes, Your Honor, he
What
does have
battery?
an open violation of injunction, repeat violence case number 14-12788 MM10.
I'm
State be asking to vote on that.
I'm supposed to call my attorney at 2:00. Her name is Stephanie something.
Your attorney, Stephanie's, what's Stephanie's last name?
I forgot her name. She's a little, very cute. She's short with a ponytail, you know. Mr. McEwen's Judge McEwen.
It is.
Public defender. Stephanie something.
Stephanie
Judge
De La Rosa, Your Honor.
Judge, I'm sorry. Can they repeat the case number?
Yeah.
14-12788 MM10A.
And I really didn't do anything. It's just that I wasn't resisting arrest or nothing. I was in there for pain medication. I still haven't forgot my pain medication.
So I'm going to set your bond on count 1, 2, and 3 at $250 per count. Based on the facts of the case, your threats to kill the police officer at the
I didn't
hospital,
threaten
Mr.
anybody.
Martinez, don't say anything,
alleged
please.
threats, and then I'm going to revoke
no
your bond on
contest,
14-12788 MM10. I'm going to appoint Steve Shade to represent you. Thank you, sir.
What do I do now? Okay. Yes, sir.
There you go. Now, Michael Bray.
Judge, I live in the city of Toronto, so
Michael Bray. Is this Fort Lauderdale also?
Judge, I'm not sure about Michael Bray. I don't think so.
Mr. Bray, alcoholic beverage violation. Would you, I find probable cause it's a warrant. Do you have any issues? There you go. Mr. Bray, that's on, I think. Let me ask you this.
Well, I thought I did that, sir.
Do you have any comment, Mr. Landray?
Judge, I don't even know about the case. It's just, Judge, I would ask for the state to relay the priors if they could.
I don't know.
I'm looking for the PC as well, Your Honor.
No, you
No,
don't
you don't
have
have a
it.
PC. You have it. It's a capious.
You don't have it. Look, I'm just going to do this. Sir, would you like to resolve your case today, Mr. Bray?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Sir, if you plead no contest, your case is over with today. Do you understand?
That would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you need me to appoint an attorney to help you make this decision or go over your case, or can you go without an attorney?
I'd really like to plead no contest, sir.
Well, do you need an attorney to help you make the decision? That's all I'm asking.
Your Honor, if I may, he's here all the time. That's why he's
Is
doing
he?
that.
I don't think so, sir.
He's a known with our city.
I don't know his record.
I know Mr. Bray. I just don't know if it's our kid. Well, that's why I was going to look it up for you. I can have it quickly.
I
Okay.
don't have it. I don't know his.
Hold on.
Hey, Ms. Black, was Brown still there? Am I saying?
One moment, Your Honor. I think we're too big.
Oh, Brown, Martin. Hey, I was gonna tell you, the difference between 62 and 67, I think, is some people, if you have our pension, if you have the option
We're in this system now.
early because
There we
you
go.
already get the visa. But some people have to get that $700 or whatever to make it. But when they get you have to wait. But if you're like us, then you have an option because you're making a pension. It makes sense.
There's just so many priors just taking a while for the screen to
Yeah,
come
it
up.
makes sense. Already get it. Yeah,
I'll go from
yeah.
most recent is looks like June of this year. No, July of this year, he had an open container. Then in May of this year, he had an open container. And looks like May, he had also got charged with panhandling. Then in 2000, let's see,
So this would be the fourth
March of
arrest.
this year, he had open container.
Fifth arrest.
2013, so that's 4 in 1 year. And then next year in 2013, he has he has a disorderly intoxication, panhandling, cannabis possession, oak container. This is all in 2013.
Right.
Battery, panhandling again.
Wow.
Disorderly intoxication, In 2013, looks like he has about 8 or 9. No, he has about 12. Sorry, he has 12. Then
12 arrests in what year?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
What year was it?
That was 2013. He has 12 charges. 2014, he had 4 charges. I'm not even in 2012, but I mean, just the sheet is forever long.
Right.
If you want to put on recall, I'll give you exactly what he has, or Judge.
That's okay.
Credit for time served doesn't do this man justice. He needs to spend some time in jail.
Are you working, sir?
Yes, sir. I've recently moved. I have 2 new jobs. I work for a Nutri-Shop, and I work for G&G Maintenance. I'm trying to keep my nose clean.
Do you have money? Well, you're not doing it, apparently, by continuing to drink and panhandle, but that's another story. Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay. How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
Almost 20 years.
Okay. What are you seeking, Mr. Landre?
Judge, I don't think he's getting help. I'd like to see him get help while he's in. Some kind of substance abuse program.
Right.
Or at least leave him in long enough that we can get him dried out from drinking anymore.
Let me ask Mr. Bray, if you'd like, I'd sentence you to 60 days in the Broward County Jail unmitigated by completion of the substance abuse program. As soon as you complete that 30-day program, your sentence will be completed. Would you like to do that?
60 days for
Sir, it
beer?
looks to be your 17th arrest in the last 2 years. So
it's basically police harassment.
Right, sir. The police are harassing you to put beer in your hand and panhandle in traffic. I understand how that could probably happen. I can understand that. Let me ask you, would you like to take that today or not? I'll just set a bond for you and that's the end of it. What do you want to do?
Can I see counsel now at this time?
You need an attorney? I'll appoint one if you need one.
I'd like to have a public defender,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to appoint Mr. Steve Shaitan. I'll go ahead and I was gonna spell your name out loud so everybody writing it down would know. All right. Your name, sir. So I'm going to appoint Steve Shaitan, and I have to say something. Today we've appointed Mr. Shaitan 3 times, but most of the time people waive their right to have an attorney in here. Would you agree with that, Mr. Landre?
Yes, they do.
Most people don't even need an attorney for municipal ordinances.
Well, you're trying to put me away for 30 days. I'm going to lose.
It's an unusual
I'm
time.
my livelihood.
People even ask for Mr.
Judge, Mr.
Shaitan.
Bray said he had 2 jobs. I don't see how he's indigent or he gets public defender.
Well,
with
I
2
don't know.
jobs.
He says he's indigent, and I'll take his word for it today.
I just got recently employed, and now I'm going to lose my jobs.
Well, sir, maybe if you stopped drinking alcohol in public and panhandling, you wouldn't be in that jam. You know? All right. Good luck. All right. Have a nice day. Well, I'll appoint you to represent. Thank you. Okay, now.
Well.
Anything else? Thank you, Mr. City Attorney, Mr. Assistant City Attorney. Okay. Which one? That last one? $50.
So I'm still going to do 30 days?
Okay. Now. Okay, which case are you here on right here? Last name? How do you spell it? Okay. Mr. Eli Tashine? Okay, so you have a license suspended case, and that is from the satellite courthouse. Judge Schiff set that, I think, failing to show up in court. Now, may I have both of you raise your right hands for me? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you could both scoot over that way just a little bit. There you go. Now, ma'am in the blue bandana, tell me your name.
Nixa Mendez.
How do you know Mr. Tashine?
Auntie.
Okay, your name, ma'am?
I'm Brenda Tashman. I'm his mother.
Okay, thanks for coming to court today.
Yes.
His bond's $500. You just, let me see here real quick. Hold on. I don't have a copy of his driving record here. Okay, so His bond is $500, and you're gonna bond him out today?
Yes,
Okay. Have a nice holiday.
Judge, if I can provide some information to the court. The mother advised that when he received his ticket, he wasn't aware that there was a court date on the bottom. He has been in court since then on another matter. She indicated she cannot afford the $500 bond if the court would consider reducing. She'd be living with him, and he's currently employed at Cracker Barrel and has been employed there for a year. I'm sorry, and he'd be living with his aunt, not his mother.
Okay.
Your Honor, I also have information for you. He has an open case in front of Judge Olga Gonzalez-Levine. It's an MO, possession of controlled substance, set for status on just...
His bond's gonna remain at $500. Thank you very much. Ma'am, may I help you in the back? Are you here on a case? Michael Walker, please.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Walker declined PD, Your Honor.
Mr. Walker, you've been charged with the domestic battery offense, probable cause. Now, okay, so there parts on Mr. Michael Walker. Let me ask you to raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, put your hand out. Tell me your name.
Donna, that's B-U-T-T-S.
Okay, how do you know Mr. Michael Walker?
I'm his aunt.
Okay, thank you for coming to court today, ma'am. Let me ask, Miss Ashley, was there any contact with the alleged victim?
Yes, Your Honor, she's not in fear.
Not in fear, okay.
I'm looking at his Florida priors, Your Honor. He has a traffic criminal, unlicensed, sticker attached, adjudication withheld. That's from 2014. He has criminal traffic infractions. He did have one sale of cocaine within 1,000 feet, but that was dropped.
Okay. Okay, so it looks like he has a pretty clean record other than some traffic tickets, but... Okay.
That's for Michael Walker for...
Yes. Say that one more time. Okay, now, got it. And
in light of that, Your Honor, the state would be asking to revoke his bond.
allegedly, I'm looking at a police report here. You know Kenya Gooden?
I do not know, sir.
Okay. Allegedly struck her in the face with a fist, threw her on the ground. She had an abrasion in her lip, and her lip was swollen. The boyfriend, a girlfriend. And I'm just curious. Yeah, no, you know what? That's not domestic violence.
I'm going to look to see if it's the same victim, though.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Because I don't know. I'm kind of new to this stuff or whatever.
Okay.
But I thought in domestic violences,
right,
cases or whatever, when two are fighting or whatever it may be, I thought both go to jail now. I'm just asking because at the same time, she may have abrasions, but at the same time, so did he on his shot.
Right.
When I looked it up, his blood running from his eye, whatever and stuff. I don't know.
I don't
now
know
he
where...
has the bandage on it now. I don't know if they had it, if they took him to have it attended to or whatever it may be. Just a question, just to be asked, because he has those markings.
I don't know where he got it. Did he get it when he was after he was arrested? Did he, I don't know what happened. I don't know if, maybe the police at the scene thought that those were defensive marks by the alleged victim.
Okay, but even if you had people and at any given time, don't think that it's not right for a man to put his hands on a woman.
Right.
Period. It's not right for a woman to put
Well,
her
I
hands
don't know.
on
If
a
a
man.
woman came after me with the golf club out of the clear blue sky,
Right.
No,
But
because
when
she's a
you're being-
woman doesn't mean I wouldn't defend
You're
myself.
being told too that, you know, okay, I tried to walk away. She struck first.
Right.
Hitting whatever. It's easier said than done to turn your cheek or whatever and stuff, but you know at any given time you should not put your hand, no one should put their hands on anyone. Period.
Generally, you're probably right.
I've never experienced violence, you know, brought
Right.
upon me or me hitting, you know,
But look,
someone else.
there's, we could talk about 100 different scenarios.
Right.
Okay. You know what I have in front of me now is that the police arrested him because they believe that he had committed this battery on this person, and that's, you know, I mean, I find probable cause. Now, I don't know if he has defensive wounds. What I'd do is, you know, I'm not sure, but he'll have his day in court. He'll be able to speak with an attorney. Do you have an attorney? Does he have one? Do you have
I would have to speak with his father and actually text him with him or whatever. He said no, that he did not have an attorney, so I don't know why he actually turned down the public defender.
All right.
Just remember, it's being recorded.
You can hear me now?
So I'm going to set your bond today on these facts. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 today, and on.
Mr. Hurley?
Yes, sir.
Like she said, I only have one case pending. I work hard every day. I actually was the one who called the police to the scene. And like, you know, I called the police there, so I kind of don't really understand the situation. Like I'm 21. I've been out of trouble my whole life, so I don't. With this jail situation, I'm kind of confused. But I called the police to the scene. I was the one who waved them down. I was actually hit with a pistol in my face by the grandfather of the victim.
Right.
Like, sir, I have text messages. I have evidence and everything that says that I told her, I gave her warning, I will call the police, and that's what happened. Like,
right.
You know, and with the part about her lip being bust, she bleached my clothes and slipped on the beach and hit the concrete.
I don't think you should talk about it a whole lot more. Here's what I'm going to do, sir. I'm going to revoke your bond on 14-12192 CF10. You're going to be held without bond. You'll see Judge Porter in the next couple days. For now, on count one, your bond's $5,000. The court will order no contact with Kenya Gooden. Directly or indirectly, stay 500 feet from her at all times. That is where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Ma'am,
yes, sir.
Thanks for coming to court today. He'll have to go see his judge to resolve this matter, all right?
Okay, when will he be going before this?
Well, I don't know the court date off the top of my head. I'm not quite sure when he sees Judge.
That's in March, so he'll be here until March?
No.
Oh.
Why don't you go home, talk to his family, and try to hire an attorney? Hire an attorney, and that attorney can get him before his trial judge rather quickly, all right?
Okay, so there's no need to pay his bond for him because he's not going to get out on the
He doesn't have a bond rate. Oh, yeah,
I thought
no.
you did say 5.
I wouldn't pay the bond yet. Hire the attorney. Let the attorney work this out. It's complicated, all right? Okay, ma'am?
All right.
I'm sorry we had to meet like this. Ma'am, have a nice holiday, a nice New Year. I'm sorry we had to meet like this, but
Okay, thank you.
Take care, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
All right, good luck, man.
So does that mean the bond is supposed to do?
Now see Tracy Rich. Tracy Rich.
Mr. Rich is present in the main.
You've been charged with domestic battery. The court finds probable cause. Do we have any priors on this, Rich? Do you have anything to add, Mr. Miller?
Well, to begin with, Your Honor, we're going to need a photo order for this defendant.
Okay, I'll order that.
Thank you. She's been living in South Florida for 16 years. She's been at the same address for the past 12 years. She's currently unemployed, but she does work in clerical administration. She has a child, a 7-year-old, currently residing with the father. No money in the bank, no real estate. She does have a place to stay, separate and apart from the alleged victim in the case, and she's hoping that her friends will help to bond her out.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm pulling up the priors now. I would ask that the bond Ms. Ashley, be a $5,000 bond. Do you have any contact?
No, Your Honor.
1988. Okay. Tracy Rich. It's coming. It's, as pretrial said, a neglect of a child that was null prost in 2009. A traffic criminal operating while license suspended, 2010. And the rest are traffic infractions, Your Honor.
All right, so she has...
Your Honor, we would ask for pretrial release for this defendant.
I understand. Struck the victim on the left side of her face, above her left eye, leaving quarter-inch laceration. Started wrestling on the bed. The defendant sustained scratches to her lip, shoulder, and back. And let me both parties. Ma'am, I'm going to set your bond today at $1,000 based on the level of violence, your minor criminal record. I'm going to order, ma'am, you have no contact with Martha Jean Giles. Don't call her, don't text her, don't email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times, ma'am. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, weapons, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. Missy Vladimir Havrilik. Like.
Medical reset, Your Honor.
Okay. It's going to be Tuesday p.m. Okay, may I see Michael Delgatoio.
North Broward.
Mr. Delgatoio, you've been charged with domestic battery on count 1, probation violation on 2, probation violation on 3. You're on probation for heroin possession on 2 and 3. And find probable cause. State, do you have any priors on this gentleman?
They're coming right up, Your Honor.
Mr. Delgatoio, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What type of work is that, sir?
I'm a cook at the Sun Life Stadium.
Okay. Do you have any money in the bank?
Not really, sir.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
My whole life.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's coming up. He has a criminal traffic, DWLS, adjudication withheld 2008, a possession of drug paraphernalia 2009. That was a withhold in front of Judge Pollack at the time. And another paraphernalia possession with intent to use, but that was actually null pros in 2012. And he had a October 28th, 2014, he just closed that out. Adjudication withheld on a possession of heroin, cocaine, drug paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence in front of Judge Tobin Singer.
Heroin, cocaine, tampering. Got it.
And drug paraphernalia.
What year was that?
That's 2014, Your Honor. He just closed that out October 28th.
Got it. Okay, sir.
I was on probation for that, sir.
Looks like you're on it right now. It says a woman called 911, claimed she'd been beaten up. That was Carissa Matazuski. Said you pushed her, causing her to fall in the bathroom sink, struck her in the chin. She had a visible contusion, allegedly grabbed her by the neck. So, sir, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $5,000 based on the level of violence, your criminal record, count 2 and 3. You'll be held without bond. I'm going to order you have no contact directly or indirectly with Miss Matazuski. Do not call her, do not text her, do not email her. No third-party contact is allowed. Stay 500 feet from her where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. Beatrice Tabas.
Tabas is present at the main, Your Honor. Robert Davis is her attorney.
Okay. Ms. Tabas, do you happen to know Mr. Davis's telephone number?
954.
Okay, hold on.
568.
568. Go ahead.
69. He's not in the office at the moment. He won't be the top to 3, but 954-568-6900. What time is it? What time is it?
Oh, about 2 o'clock.
Now, do you know if Tabas has priors?
Yes, Your Honor, she does have a prior traffic criminal, but she has an open 2013 case in front of Judge McCarthy, aggravated assault with a firearm. That's 3 counts, possession of methamphetamine, possession of cocaine, possession of cannabis, possession of alprazolam, possession of diazepam, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of triazolam. That is pending, and there's a court date. I have it pulling up right now.
What's the case number, if you know?
The case number is 13-8119 CF10A.
Got it. All right, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and set your bond today, and then I left a message for your attorney, all right, ma'am?
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm setting your bond at $2,500 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2, and
100.
3, 4. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
3 and 4 are 100. 5 is 25. 7 is 100. And I'm going to revoke your bond on 13-8119 CF10. You'll be held without bond until further order of the court. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Lori Beast.
North
Adriana
Broward.
Colon.
Good morning, Your Honor.
North Broward, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Beast, you're charged with violating probation, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll see your judge on the 6th of January, ma'am. Thank you. You'll be held without bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May I
Thank
see
you, Your Honor.
Adriana Colon?
North Broward.
Hello.
Ms. Colon, violating probation, ma'am. Hold on one moment.
Okay.
Yeah, violation of probation, and that's a no bond hold, ma'am. Thank you.
Do you know when I have court?
Excuse me? Oh, yeah,
you know when I
you'll see your
see-
judge on the 29th of this month, ma'am. Thank you.
Constantine, Tabas.
Okay, may I see Jamal Long, Terry Dia,
Present.
Anthony Horn?
Mr. Long is present at the main, Your Honor. We have an argument.
You don't need to have it. Count 4, I'm just going to release him ROR. He's already in custody. Thank you. How about Terry Dia?
You're out. Good job. Declined PD.
Sir, you have a warrant on a DUI. I believe that's a DUI. Yes. $5,000. Thank you. How about Anthony Horn?
Bonded.
Ronaldo Valdez, Greg Mahaffey.
Bonded.
Patrick Constantine and Tyrone. I think it's Tyrone, but it says
Greg.
Tyrone Gardner.
We're happy? Come on.
Ronaldo Valdez.
Bonded.
Bonded. How about Greg Mahaffey?
Present at the main, Your Honor.
Sir, illegal use of credit cards. Count 2, grand theft. Count 3 through count 8 are false ownership of pawn items. Court finds probable cause. State, do you have any priors on Mr. Mahaffey?
Yes, Your Honor. He has a
He's
petty.
been known, I have here, as Greg Crumbaker.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
He has a petty theft from March 20th of this year.
Okay.
He was adjudicated on. He has a grand theft from 2007 he was adjudicated on. He has an unlawful use of a name to law enforcement in 2011 he was adjudicated on. He has a 2009 petty theft adjudication, a grand theft adjudication from 2006, and a, I can't read my handwriting. I had to pull it up. It's something from 1997.
You don't know what it is.
I can pull it up real quick.
All right, do you have any? Oh. you have anything to add on Mr. Mahaffey?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mahaffey is a lifetime resident of South Florida. He's been at the same location for the past 5 years. He has a job for the past 2 years working at air around the clock. No money in the bank and no real estate, and he's not sure who's going to help bond him out on these charges, Your Honor.
The 1997 charge, Your Honor, was possession with delivery of cocaine. He was adjudicated in 1998.
Okay. So I do have here that you took, I believe you worked for Air Around the Clock. It says Tropical Air Systems. That's what it says here. While you were working there, you used a company credit card without consent and rang up the credit card. Total loss, $2,485 worth. And then you were allegedly pawning all the things you were buying. They have the pawn shops listed here. And, right. Okay. So I do note you have a history of theft. We see 1, 2, 3, 4 thefts, cocaine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set your bond today at $1,000 per count. Your total bond's $8,000. Thank you. How about Patrick Constantine?
North Broward.
No fraud, Your Honor, no fraud.
Constantine, count 1, grand theft, $1,000. 2, obstructing a criminal investigation. Count 3 and 4 are pretrial warrants, no bond. 5, a warrant, no bond. Count 6 and 7 are $500 warrants. Count 8 is a no bond warrant. Count 9 is a no bond warrant. Thank you. How about, it says Tyrone. I don't know if it's Tyrone or Tyrone Gardner.
Main jail, can I go sidebar, Your Honor?
You want to go sidebar with me?
Yes, please.
Okay, you want to call me? You know the number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go
yes,
ahead.
Sir.
May I see Tyrone Gardner?
Present at the main, Your Honor, he has declined the PD.
I understand. Mr. Gardner? Mr. Gardner?
I don't want to
Just, excuse me, Mr.
Mr. Gardner, do you have a private attorney?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
I have to make a phone call to get that information.
Okay, so you don't know who it is right this minute?
No, sir.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent today. If you give up that right, whatever you say can and will be used against you. Everything today is being recorded. Do you understand that? Okay, sir, have you been advised of what your charges are?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to find, let me ask you, State, do you have any comment about how you want to proceed with these charges? They are first-degree PBLs.
Your Honor, we'd ask that he be held no bond.
Okay. Sir, the state has basically asked some foreclosed bond and release conditions. The court has familiarized itself with a affidavit that has been provided, signed by Judge Levinson. Let me look here. Detective Elijah Thomas, Fort Lauderdale Police Department, presented this. It goes into the facts of the case in detail based on this affidavit, which is the Fort Lauderdale case number, Fort Lauderdale Police 14-255-697. The court will find there is proof evident, presumption great, You're going to be held without bond until further order of the court. Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm going to order you have no contact with, sir, no contact with a male who has the initials of JJ. That's Juliet, Juliet. No contact directly or indirectly. Thank you.
I'm around. Good luck.
And then I need a point of guardian ad litem.
Left. Left.
Okay. This goes with this right here. That stays with that. Thank you. Okay. Okay. May I see Scott Luft?
Present at the main, he declined PD.
Mr. Luft, you're here on a violation of probation, and
Yes, sir.
You'll see your judge on the 5th of January. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
May I see Paul Heinlein, Carl
North
Brown.
Broward.
Heinlein and Brown.
Brown?
Do you have Heinlein over there?
North Broward.
Mr. Heinlein, count 1 is petty theft. Count 2 is a, hold on one moment. 2, you're on probation for cocaine, fatal to register a vehicle. And you allegedly went into Publix, a pack of beer, chicken, bottle of sauce. There you go. So I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $100. Count 2 and 3, you're going to be held without bond. You're not allowed to return to Publix. You'll see your judge on January 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Thank you. May I see Carl Brown?
We're still trying to track him down, Your Honor.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I realize it now. Okay. Okay. Where's Chad? Chad Kaufman?
Present at the main, Your Honor.
Chad, you're charged with a municipal ordinance violation. I think that's out of the city of Pompano or Deerfield. So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir. How about Daniel Sherman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, open container and no occupational license. I think that's panhandling. You still live on 3rd Terrace in Oakland Park?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
How about Earl Sharp?
Copy, Your Honor.
Earl Sharp, count 1. Count 1, Mr. Sharp, release you on your own recognizance. Count 2, violation and injunction. I'm going to set that bond today at $2,500. Count, you're going to be held on a 948 violation of probation, 14-01-582, 6 MM10. Thank you, sir.
Do you know when I might go to court?
I don't know. It'll be in the next few days, though. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Karen Bryden, directly or indirectly. Thank you.
Okay.
Now. Yeah. We did it, right?
Oh, was it? Yeah, domestic.
Yep, I put it off to the side. Okay. On the felony side, State, do you have any felonies you have not filed on?
Let me get this.
Or you can just tell me the cases you filed on, either way you want to do it.
Okay, on case number 14-1.
Tell me the name of the defendant.
Oh, Creighton and Tanisha.
These are felonies?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a CF. That was declined already.
Okay, wait. Okay. I don't have her, so go to the next one.
Jermel Daniel.
Did you file it?
That's a, we're having victim issues, Your Honor.
Got it, ROR.
Paul
male.
Ryan.
Okay, who else?
And I haven't heard back from these other ASAs, Your Honor, on the Higgs, Mitchell, or the, let me just double check right now to see if they have been filed.
Got it. Where's Jamil Daniel?
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Jamil Daniel, sir, you're on 14-155-76 CF10. The motion to release you ROR today. Oh, are you still waiting for me, Miss Ashley? No. That's going to be granted, sir. You're going to be released on your own recognizance, all right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. There you go. Now.
Oh, Your Honor, on
Judge,
Bumel, I do have information on Bumel Kimberly.
Okay, well, that's not even on our docket.
No?
No.
Oh, I'm looking, must be an old docket I'm looking at. Let me, Bumel? Yeah, the,
Okay.
it was declined, Your Honor.
Okay. So, now, you don't know about the other ones, though?
That's,
Okay, so Kimberly
That's all I know, yeah.
Bombell, okay, that's off. Took care of that. Let me look at Mitchell and Higgs. I do not see I don't see on Mitchell Higgs I don't see a file. Is that a second look, or is that okay, Higgs is the 30-day.
yes, Your Honor, I don't have information on Higgs.
Where's Mr. Higgs? Do we have Higgs?
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Actually, Your Honor, it does say file to decline bin.
Decline.
And, oh wait, hold on, I was looking at Bumel, I apologize. Let me pull that one right back up. On Hitch. No, it's for review. I can try to call the case filer. Your
I'm
Honor.
looking on Odyssey. It's not on there. All right.
Not on there.
ROR is going to be granted on Mr. Higgs, 14-155-77 CF10. You may want to put the charges in there. They get kind of particular about that. Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm going to look at Daniel Malin now.
Hey, Judge.
Yes, sir.
We got one fellow over here on the second look docket.
Okay. How about, let me just knock out this last one on Malin. So,
Yes, sir.
Where's Malin? Where's Mr. Malin?
Female Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan, Miss Malin, sorry about that. Is this, give me a moment, Miss Malin. Okay, so this is a 30-day also on Miss Malin. I don't see on case 12-15607 CF10 that I don't see that an information's been filed. Look here. Okay, when you look on the next one, she has a second case, 14-14288 CF10, and I don't see that an information's been filed on that. So she has two cases. State, unless you can, let me just. Okay, so, State, I don't see on both of these cases that she's,
They're still presented, Your Honor.
excuse me?
They're still in the presented phase.
Okay, so Ms. Malin, I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance on these two cases, all right? Are you there, Ms.
Let me know
Malin?
more award.
You there?
Sir?
You
Yes.
can hear? Okay. So on case 14-14288, CF10, motion to release you ROR today will be granted on that case. ROR. Hold on, let me do the other one. On 14-15607, CF10, ROR is hereby granted. And you'll be released on your own recognizance there, all right? Thank you, ma'am. Okay, now. So Kimothy Bowmill, I'm not taking any action. She was already out of custody, right? So here you go. Now, I just need the misdemeanor docket. I have the felony. Who do you have over there, Mr. Miller?
I have Mr. Hume, Your Honor. He's here for a second look. I'm not sure why.
Thomas? Lindsay Thomas? Lindsay Thomas.
Patrick Hume, Your Honor. Stand here.
Okay, I'm looking here, disorderly conduct, and that is,
No. Lenny Thomas.
I don't think almost we want you in that. Have a seat. Don't worry about it.
Mr. Hume is looking to resolve if the court is so inclined, Your Honor.
do you have the, on Mr. Hulm, H-U-L-M, do you have the police report in there? Right. Yeah, I remember this, Mr. Hill.
Are these on?
Mr. Yom, would you like to resolve your case today of disorderly conduct?
Absolutely, please.
Sir, if you plead no contest today, the case is over with today. There'll be no trial. We're not going to appoint an attorney. It's over with right now. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, that's exactly what I would like to do, please.
How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
I'm going to withhold adjudication. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
H-U-L-M. Now, there you go. How about Richard?
Conti, Your Honor.
Bazela. Sir, how come you're still in jail? You haven't bonded out yet.
Because I'm unemployed, Your Honor, and I'm also homeless. I don't own anything. I don't have any money.
Right. Okay. Give me a moment here. Okay. Let's take a look.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Hello.
So you don't work, is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The day that I was picked up was supposed to be my first day at work, so I don't even think I have that job anymore.
That happens in first appearance court. I mean, honestly, it's got to be in the millions of times. How many times people tell me the day they were getting arrested, they were on their way to their first day of work.
Oh.
I mean, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's the most unbelievable coincidence you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you want to resolve your case? You want to plead no contest today?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to possessing cannabis, sir?
No contest.
You understand we're not going to have a trial. We're not going to appoint an attorney. It's over with right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll withhold adjudication. Thank you. Okay, may I see Lenise Thomas? Hi, ma'am. Petty theft. Ms. Thomas, you're in jail on a petty theft case. How come you haven't bonded out?
I don't have any money. I don't have no money.
You have no money? Okay.
I don't.
Walmart, 14. Let me look here. Buys selected shirt valued $7.88. After selecting the shirt, Thomas removed the price tag of the shirt, then put the shirt on. Exited the store without paying for the shirt. Escorted her to the asset protection officers, made contact with her. All right, ma'am. Would you like to resolve your case today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
If you plead no contest, your case is over with today. We're not going to have a trial. We're not going to appoint an attorney. You're not going to have your day in court. It's over with right now. Is that what you want to do?
Yes,
How do you plead, ma'am?
I plead no contest.
Okay, I'll accept that, ma'am. I'll withhold adjudication. Do you understand you're not allowed to return to Walmart, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Missy Morris
Thank you.
Chandler.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Chandler.
How you doing, sir?
Good. Let me look here. I don't think I know what you're charged with.
I don't have any no, I don't have any paperwork for him either.
Driving on a suspended license. Okay. Hold on one moment. Chandler, how come you haven't bought it out of the jail?
I have no income coming in right now, sir.
No? Okay. How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
49 years.
Do you have kids?
One
How many?
daughter, one girl.
Oh, really? You gonna spend Christmas with her?
Sure like to, sir.
Okay. We'll, I think we'll make that happen. I just want to look at something. Hold on. Tag link. Okay, I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a nice Christmas, sir, all right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chandler, take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I think I've gone through everything. I don't think I have anything left. Is that it? Okay, that's a wrap. We'll see everyone back here tomorrow.
Carl Brown, did they ever find Carl Brown?
Oh, Carl Brown, did we ever find Carl Brown? He's already been reset one time on this.
It's a 24-hour professional thing. I have a lot of other perfections, Your Honor. I don't have that one for some reason.
No, I know, it's a loose one.
Oh, okay.
Did a release him on his own recognizance. He may have already bonded. Did he bond? No.
No, he was in the unit somewhere.
Carl Brown.
Sorry.
Okay, everyone, that's a wrap. We'll see everyone back here tomorrow morning, Tuesday, during our countdown to Christmas Day. And we'll see everyone back here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8:30 in the morning. Thank you, we're out.
Thursday,